Hey guys, welcome. I'm so glad you joined me today. We're going to be doing a lesson today about architects. So you may be asking yourself, what is an architect? Well, hopefully by the time you get done with this lesson, you will be able to tell me what an architect is and explain to me what they do and possibly even think about becoming an architect yourself if you are someone who likes to be creative and design buildings. So let's talk about first what an architect is. An architect is a person who designs buildings and, in many cases, also supervises their construction. So they would create the design for the building, and then as the building was being done, actually watch that process being happening and making decisions that help the process move more efficiently. Architects have to be able to create functional structures. Function is something that means that it works. So the structures won't fall down. Buildings that they design are called architecture. So architecture is basically the main word for buildings. There's all different types of architecture. Architects create designs called blueprints. So what you see here in these images is actually what an architect's blueprint might look like. One of them is a picture of a blueprint on paper, and the other looks like what a blueprint might look like on the computer. So like a digital design of a blueprint. Sometimes blueprints are actually on a white paper. They don't have to be actually blue. The outside of the architecture is called the exterior. So if you remember, exit means going out, and exterior also means outside. So that is also something that has to be thought about is what the appearance of that would look like and what the outside materials would be used to create that. The inside of the architecture is called the interior. So you can remember inside means interior. These are some designs of what an architect might draw out to show the interior spaces of a room. Styles of architecture. There are actually many styles of architecture. This is not just the only styles that there are, but these are just some examples. We have a boho type architecture you can see up there in the corner. Classical, which is similar to the Parthenon that we have here in our hometown close to Nashville, uh, which is we see those in Greek temples and older style architecture. Italian style architecture, which has lots of curves and entrances that have a bit of fanciness to them and balconies. And Victorian is another popular style of architecture. Now, these are by no means the only styles of architecture. There's many more, but those are just a few examples of different types. There are also some famous architects. One of the most famous would be Antonio Gaudi, and you can see he has some beautiful, looks like a castle there over to the side. Frank Lloyd Wright has some nice nature-themed architecture, and another famous architect, Johnson, has a beautiful glass house. Now, how would you feel about living in a glass house? I'm not sure that I could handle doing that. That would be a little bit scary. And design your own architecture is what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to be making a design for our own architecture, our own little origami house. So glad that you joined me today for this lesson, and I hope that you will continue to join me to do the origami house.